we have the new and updated Shining 3D intraoral scan software released from Shining 3D. A much nicer and really heavily graphical interface that really makes scanning simple. You know, I used it for quite a bit just to go ahead and get a feel of the software, and I'm really very impressed in how they came together with some of the new updates of the software. It felt fluid, it felt simple, very easy to use for most clinicians as well. It's updated so that way it's primarily cloud-based. Very similar to the trend that we're seeing in intraoral scanning, where the shift from the local PC to the cloud is really facilitating clinicians to be able to utilize intraoral scanning efficiently, simply, as well as effortlessly. Simplicity is key. So the design of the scanner is set up here on a cradle. So I hold the cradle. It's an updated physical design. Really everything with the Aoralscan 3 is completely redesigned and updated. It's efficient, looks clean, simple, with only USB cord going from the scanner over to the control box, which has a power cord and then a back USB connector to connect directly to your acquisition computer. This really makes for a very nice, clean and efficient looking appearance. So as I take the scanner, and I'm working in a clinical environment such as this, it's very efficient. Let's just jump right into it. So as I pick up the intraoral scanner, I'm going to begin with this automatic pickup of the scanning process. It starts to scan immediately as soon as you lift it off the cradle. Now I'm going to go to the occlusal surface of the mandible. We'll just begin with the mandible just because at the trade show it's going to make for a very simple procedure. Now as you'll notice, I just start to scan in kind of a normal speed fashion. And the neat part about the newer Aoralscan from Shining 3D is it scans extremely fast. Now I'm going here at my normal pace, but some of the demonstration that I received here at the trade show, it was like a bullet train as I continue to scan across. And you can see here as I start to pick up speed just a little bit, it makes for a very straightforward procedure as I go ahead and scan across. Not necessarily worrying too much about automatic stitching and alignment of the data, I'm just going to continue across the interior portion of the arch. And you can tell that Shining 3D has spent some time on the software side to be able to go ahead and streamline the scanning process also for this purpose. The software functions within the new software features and acquisition software of the Shining 3D makes for a very simple operation. I'm going to put this onto the cradle just to go ahead and take a look at the scan. Now the neat part is they've gone ahead and made the actual button functional in the system. So if I give it a double tap, it allows me to go ahead and inspect and go to the next stage of the actual scan process. So as I do that and then tap the next button, we can go ahead and start scanning the maxillary arch. So it's a truly hands-free operation. So as we begin scanning the maxillary arch, a similar fashion, I'm going to go ahead and scan across, and you'll notice I'm automatically starting to clear up some of the double images that you would normally pick up on some other intraoral scanners. And then on the maxillary arch, I'm going to start speeding along just a little bit, just to go ahead and see if we can start pushing the envelope of the scanning process. And I kind of lost it right there. I'll come back to that same spot. And back to the opposite side. Double tapping the button, I can go ahead and continue on to the next stage, which is going to be the bite mode. After completing the bite scan, I can go ahead and double tap the button, click the next button, and put the scanner back on the cradle.